Hey guys, welcome back to Confused Gamer. This is my second video and final video of the beta, which shows you some of the abilities you can expect from the Jedi Consul. Now, you can see a couple of these abilities while I'm fighting these droids. Now, as I said, this is my final video of the beta, and I shall be putting more out when the game is officially released. Now, in a second, I run through and bring up the map, and I realise that I've gone in completely the wrong direction, and I will then skip onwards to a later part of the video. Right, so here, this green portal kind of thing it's a storyline portal really, and basically what it means is that it's a part of the world where your actions and speeches, as it were, directly influence what happens, and you can only have one class inside here at one time. However, you can, if you group up and you lead the group, you can bring more than one person in here, and everyone can see the choices and make choices when the quest givers speak. However, only your specific choices affect what happens later on in the quest line and what's happening immediately. Now, as you can see, I died there and I called in a medical probe. What this does is it instantly resurrects you where you died from, and inside these story mode parts you can use that as many times as you want without any penalty, but you'll see what happens later on if you use it when you are outside. Now there I was a bit stupid and didn't see any of those soldiers there, so I kind of leg it outside the portal and then go back in when I think it's safe, which is right now apparently. And as you can see, he's running back to where he was before. Now, as I said, you can bring a group in here, and it does make it easier, but I find it quite fun to do it by myself. I did die, which I didn't do very often before now, but I do find I died quite a lot in here, and the main problem was I only did the main storyline, and that meant that I didn't level as fast as they expected you to, so I was lagging behind. As you can see, I'm level 5, but I just leveled, so I'm level 6 now, and the guards around me are level 9, which doesn't really help, because there's quite a lot of missing involved when I fight them, which you might be able to hear in a second. It's mostly just swishing rather than hitting them. And this was quite a bit of a problem really, because it meant I had great difficulty doing the quests. Now, what I would suggest is that you do make great use of the side quests, because they are fun, but they're also pretty essential for you keeping up with the main quest level as expected. Now, I think if you open up the quest log, you do see under the quest that's currently selected what level they suggest you do it at, and I'm not sure what this one was. I think it might have been level 9 or something, so I was kind of cutting it a bit fine. Anyway, now that ability I'm using now is Meditate, and basically what this does is it regenerates my force and my health over a period of time, and that doesn't have a cooldown, but it does have a casting, and you can't move while you're doing it, and you can't be using it while you're in combat. Now, I am hitting them a bit better now that I'm level 6, but it was still pretty tricky sometimes, and I was missing quite a lot, as you can hear that swishing noise quite often. Now that green beam, I think, I'm not entirely sure, I'm just guessing, that means you get a green item. Now it might seem quite common sense, but you'd be surprised with some games as to what you'd expect and what they actually do. Now you can see around that guy's portrait there, and you'll see in a second, a sort of silvery outline. I can't really describe it, but you'll see it when I select him. There, so it's down next to his portrait, and it's kind of a silvery emblem. What this means is they hit harder, they have a bit more health, and I kind of failed miserably to kill him here. I barely took half his health. And yeah, as you can see, I've used the medical probe again, and it was instant. I could use it straight away. Now, you may notice when I respawn there are numbers there. There's a red number up at the top, and that basically tells you how long until you next become visible, and means that you don't do what I did earlier and wander into a load of people and then just get killed straight away again, because this could have pretty severe consequences when you're in the outside world and not in one of these story modes where you can just use the medical probe over and over again. I tried earlier in one of the deaths that you didn't see to loot while I was in the invisible form after I'd been resurrected, and it took me straight out of my stealth, as it were, and they attacked me straight away, and I ran away because I'm kind of a coward, really. That was the second option for when you die, which happened there, and it basically returns you to the nearest kind of graveyard, I would have thought, but it's not really a graveyard because there weren't really any graves or anything, but it's basically just a point where there are medical people and they just revive you or something. Now, on this person, my trainer, there is a gold emblem next to their portrait. This means they are elite, I think, and they are pretty hard to kill if you found one somewhere. I think bosses might be elite or not, as you can see. I think they are, I assume they are, but you never know. That's kind of a flight master, really, and you discover new flight masters as you go around, and you can basically connect up with any of them, and it's a small fee, and then you get one of these land speeders, is all I've used so far, but you may get other vessels later on, I'm not sure, because I've got very limited time in the beta testing. It is pretty quick, as you can see there, and pretty handy for when either you really can't be asked to move around and run down the path yourself, or when it's just a lot easier. Now, this person here is a quest giver in one of the side quests I was talking about. I've done a couple of them from earlier,
Get out there and show them what you're made of.
That's why he's saying last time and this time. It's a pretty interesting questline, to be honest. You're pitted up against a variety of different droids of differing difficulties, and it's basically a trial to see how well you can do. There is an end, I believe. I end it later on, but not in this video. Now, that console there is how you start it, and so far in the beta it's been pretty crap reset time. When people use it, it takes a good couple of minutes to come back up for everyone else, but that is one that they haven't seen, which I can use now. In this fight, I kind of perform pretty badly, and as such, I do die. And for some reason, these droids are mechanical sheep. For no reason. I don't know why. Well, there may be a reason, I don't know. You'll see it again, you'll hear it again when they die. And this one, you'll be able to hear it properly. It's a bit weird, to be honest. I don't quite know why they put that in there. There we go, that kind of metallic barring noise. Make your own mind up about it. I don't think it's particularly bad. I'm just curious as to why they made it a sheep. But I was quite annoyed because I was very close there. But as you can see there, the cool medical probe has a activate time. Now, every time you use that when not in a story mode line, you it takes a bit longer to activate the next time. I don't know how long, I think it's about 30 seconds or something. It may scale depending on how many times you've used it. But I generally find, unless you've had to do a lot of fighting for it to be worth it, or if it's a long way, or it's really advantageous to respawn directly where you are, I find it's just best to go back to the medical station. Now, on the right, there's a little help box there saying damaged items. That I didn't notice that for quite a while, or maybe I did notice and I just ignored it because it was annoying me. But there is, if you look at my portrait down in the bottom left, there is a red icon above my head. That means that you have a broken item in that you've equipped, and as far as I can tell so far, you can repair from anyone, any vendor, and I think I repair in a second, yeah, because I have a look and I realise that I'm broken. And so then I believe I turn around and visit a vendor. Yeah, I'll go down now. Now, this is my last video of the beta, and I will create a new Jedi Consular when the game is launched, and I shall continue with this storyline for your benefit. But I will also do videos of other classes and races. Now, if you've enjoyed these videos for the beta, then subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.